it came with this when I bought it in a bundle on eBay. And surprised it still works. And it's just not very good. The main benefit, I still have a cloud lifter, but hopefully the new one will have a significantly lower noise floor. And right now, in order to mitigate the noise floor issue, Jesus, that this one has, I just use NVIDIA Broadcast, and they have like their RTX noise suppression thing, RTX voice noise suppression. It works pretty well. It's just that, like, you know, half the point of this fucking $400 microphone is that it's very good at you know, it's a dynamic microphone. It's pretty good. It's pretty good at noise isolation by itself. Really, I shouldn't have to be using RTX voice to get rid of background noise on a SM7B, because it should be good enough on its own. So that's part of that. All right, at live stream. And then also it can do a little bit more gain. Not by that much, but yeah. Eventually, maybe I'll get a cloud lifter. I don't know. Rune told me I probably don't really need one, but we'll see. Actually, I probably won't. The opportunity cost is too high, because eventually the next upgrade, the next thing is going to be a camera, because right now I use my phone, and it's a little annoying. But getting a camera that's better than my phone, it's just like, is way too expensive. It's like literally $600, which is as much as my phone, which is wild. But yeah. Wait, what? Okay, YouTube chat, you guys are lucky today, because we're starting out with okay, today I think there's like 2 videos that I want to react to and get out of the way. Okay, and then I want to read some of, if not all of, the Afghanistan special inspectors fucking report, whatever shit. Because apparently people still care about that, because Common Era is just the last person in the room. So we'll read through that and we'll get all that out of the way. Tomorrow is the presidential debate. All of you, I know every political stream is going to be streaming it, but all of you better pick me to watch it with, because I am doing a debate panel afterwards. So far confirmed, we have Manar, which is always fun. We love Manar. That'll be interesting. And a different streamer, North, who just started streaming, trying to get Sound Soul, whatever, and maybe maybe we'll see if critically thinking veteran will do it too. But who knows? Give me a second. Where the fuck is... Okay. All right. South Korea to Sudan. Well, North Korea and then Russia. And then Georgia, Turkey, Syria. Israel, Egypt. Easy. New weekly challenge. Sweden to Eritrea without going through Sudan or South Sudan. Okay, so Ethiopia. I know we'll need Egypt, and I'm assuming Libya. Chad, right? And then without going through Sudan or South Sudan, do we need Kenya? Tanzania, maybe? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know it's here. I'm gonna try the DRC, but I don't think I need... I don't know if I need that or not. Okay, I do. Oh, but are you kidding me? So that'll be the Central African Republic then, right? Yes. Okay, thank God. Okay. All right, from here it's easy, okay? Israel, Syria. It's going to be a lot faster to do Turkey, Georgia, Russia, right? And then just Finland. Goated. Absolutely goated. Was never a challenge. Get fucked. Okay, I have to YouTube chat. You are lucky today. Ooh, not fun streaming it. There's still daylight out? I know, yeah. Thank you, Golden Sneaky. I'm a little early today. I also have to remember, I didn't stream the last 2 days. I have to remember my motivation is sticky. Whenever I'm on a good streak of streaming, it's a lot easier for me to keep streaming than it is if I take like 1 day break. It's hard for me to get the motivation to stream again. Bruh. Okay. Jubilee sometimes does not like they don't like small creators reacting to their stuff. They let certain big creators react to their stuff. They used to let everybody react to their stuff, but relatively recently, they kind of changed their policy where they're like, hey, only certain streamers who we get permission can react to our stuff. So if the YouTube stream ends abruptly, that is why. Are you streaming the debate? Are you allowed? I'm pretty sure. Last time they said that they were going to copy strike people, but I streamed it and had absolutely no issues at all. So should be fine. I don't see why it wouldn't be. But yeah, I will be streaming it, and then immediately afterwards, just like last time, I will have a debate panel with me and Minar and potentially Sound Soul and CTV, if they agree. Sound Soul said he's interested in general, but doesn't know if he's free. And CTV is not. I haven't DM'd him yet. I should probably do that now, huh? But we'll see. And well, I mean, well, that's why you should. That's why you got to pick me. Okay, every political streamer is going to be streaming it. You got to pick me because they're not doing. They're not. They don't have Minar on afterwards, and Minar is so fun. By the way, Minar does TikTok debates as well, so I think I'm gonna start like hopping on the panels with him on TikTok debates because I think that'd be good, fun content. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't watch all of this or anything. I skimmed through the topics because I didn't think I was gonna react to it on stream at first because like I said, Julie, because the order copy strikes my content sometimes. Only the first topic is actually like interesting. It's abortion, and the rest are like worthless culture war topics. The reason I do want to react to this though is because they have two famous TikTok debaters on it. They have Parker sitting here, and I forget this guy's name, but he's another TikTok debater similar to Parker sitting right there. So should be interesting. Can't wait to hear all the culture war talking points. Let's see.
I think that
yes or no question.
I think that a person who is assigned male at birth, I don't think they
Assigned male at birth, so people are not male at birth.
I think that a person.
See, your evidence that college is a scam, my friend.
So would you say in some cases women with IUDs are murderers?
Of course not, they're not murderers.
So what's the difference between an IUD killing a conceived zygote and like a mother going to Planned Parenthood and killing the fetus in her womb?
That was actually the best point somebody made.
It's not about the cells.
No,
it's not about. No, I'm
I
speaking.
don't-
No, I'm speaking. No, I'm
we're both
speaking. No, I'm
cells,
speaking.
okay?
No, I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking.
Wanna say it one more time?
No, I'm speaking.
Hello,
Listen, you can do this sometimes, like the way like when Kamala Harris did this during like the presidential debate, it was really good. But like if you just like repeatedly like screech, I'm speaking, it just comes off as cringe.
Speaking. No, I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking. No, I'm speaking.
Wanna say it one more time?
No, I'm speaking.
Hello, everyone. I am Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, and I am surrounded by 20 woke college kids. My first prompt is, abortion is murder and should be illegal. All right.
Can I?
All right, we'll see how good these arguments are.
Okay, hello, what's your name?
Juliana.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Can
you.
we get our turns?
God, why is my OBS lagging again? It was lagging fucking last night too, but I don't know why. I'm not even. I thought it was I thought it might have been because I was playing Minecraft, but it's fine. Whatever.
Right first?
Yeah.
Okay, abortion is the forcible ending of the viability of a being in utero, otherwise known as a fetus. Do we agree that's what abortion is?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then murder is the intentional taking of life, different than killing or sudden death. So murder would be the intent with intent taking another life. Do we agree with that?
Okay.
Okay, and then
Another life. Interesting framing here. Okay.
we agree
let's
that
go.
murder in general in society should be illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So yeah, no, I do want to preface that I'm a Catholic. So I think one really important thing that the Bible says is to not judge. And just going back to the topic, I think there's a big difference between, cells in utero than a living, breathing, existing being.
Oh my God! Oh, we're going down the whole. He's gonna say, "Oh, you don't think they're you think they're clearly a person already." Unique human genome. They're obviously living. Every scientist says it's living.
While,
but he's not. We're not good. We're never gonna get to like maybe it's a life, but is it a moral subject? Like how do we? This is. I think like this is how I always do my abortion debates. It's like, okay, well, what to you separates a moral object from a moral subject? Can't be life because plenty of things that are alive aren't considered moral subjects. We wouldn't consider it immoral for me to fucking cut down a tree. At least if it's my tree or whatever. Yeah. It's clearly all about conscious experience. And there's no moral wrong happening when you terminate a pregnancy before a fetus is conscious.
I do believe it's murder, and that's just my personal belief, right? I don't believe in telling people what to do with their bodies. That's not up to me, and it's not up to us.
Students can raise their flags when they would like
As
to
well
see a
as
different
Christian
speaker.
judge.
Okay.
Should we prevent murder in society?
Majority raise, the speaker may, a new speaker may step
For sure,
into the
yeah,
debate.
I mean-
Should be illegal.
But I think that it's really different, right? Because, these people aren't.
Sorry, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, what's your name?
Naima.
Nice to meet you.
This is unfair to the people on this side, but okay.
Okay, what's your name?
Naima.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, can I just ask, at how many weeks do you think that a fetus is viable?
Well, viability
Oh,
and
now we're going down the viability road. Oh, please, someone make a good
but I'm
argument.
asking you, at at how many weeks do
Well,
you think
at about
a fetus
20
is viable?
weeks, a baby can survive outside of utero.
So it's actually 24 to 26
Well, it's
weeks.
20. The youngest ever in a NICU unit actually happened in San Diego, not far from here, and
Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why are we basing moral rights off of whether something can live on its own? Why? That's a dog shit definition or differentiating between like moral subject and moral object.
20 weeks.
Okay, so under Roe v. Wade, 93% of abortions happened in the first 13 weeks of pregnancy. That's 93% of the abortions happened well before a fetus is technically viable
For
as
sure.
a form
so
of life.
let's go into viability. So what is it about, let's say, a 6-week baby that has a heartbeat, its own DNA, fingerprint, brainwaves, that is less moral worth than an 88-year-old right now with dementia in a home down the street? That person requires assistance, requires help. Why is it that the 6-week baby is of less moral worth?
Well, first of all, it's not a baby, it's a fetus.
Well, what does fetus mean?
Oh my god. Oh no. What is fetus? Don't you know it means little one in Latin? Holy shit. Oh my god. Abortion should be such a fucking easy win for people, but like people who don't think about morality too much don't have like a super grounded out position on it.
A fetus is in utero.
What does fetus mean in Latin?
What the
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, is this
It means-
This is a fucking dumbass talking point from him, by the way, that like all pro-lifers use. It's such a dumb talking point. God, it
Little
infuriates
human
me.
Ooh, his smile is very creepy. Okay,
Smiling is creepy?
no, your smile specifically.
Got it.
But let's go back to,
so-
we're losing track here.
No, but what species is the fetus?
The fetus is not a species yet. It's technically classified as a parasite until it is
It's such a. Oh my god, abortion is such an easy win if you just don't do these dumbass talking points.
Viable.
Oh my
So I wanna
god.
talk to you about something very
I can't
quickly.
let you get past that. Are you
I'm
saying
sorry.
you're saying a baby is a disease or a tumor?
A parasite is not a disease and a tumor. Those are not the same thing. A
Oh,
parasite
parasites.
is defined as something that cannot survive outside of its host. A baby, before it is viable, cannot survive outside of a woman's womb.
Got it. So let's
Therefore,
extrapolate that.
It is not a living organism.
Are old people with Alzheimer's and dementia that are being assisted every day, are they parasites?
No, they're not parasites. They're human beings who are on the brink of death.
Got it. So
They're not going to be able to survive.
4-month-old that
Gang,
requires
what's up,
mom's
Sergeant?
breast milk
Welcome back.
and requires daily changes and feedings cannot survive without its own. Is my 4-month-old a parasite?
Your baby can breathe on its own. Your baby can drink water from its mouth to its stomach.
But it cannot.
baby can
can
eat
it hunt?
food.
Can it gather? Can it reason?
But that's not what qualifies something as being a
okay, so
living
let's
organism.
then
Being
let's
a
get
living
back to
organism
terms.
simply means, can you survive?
Oh, this infuriates me so much because Charlie Kirk is making good points here. He's making a good point, and there's so many good points that she could be making in response. He doesn't do that. You know what? Charlie Kirk's head is looking like a tumor. True, Malibu County. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Oh God. Oh. Abortion is should be such an easy slam dunk for these people, but oh my god, bro, how come Des never hold panels like this? Too often there are a few Dems on the opposing side that make the Dems just look bad, and it I don't always see it happen. Dems, yeah, I don't know. I did when I saw this video, I posted on Destiny's Reddit like this show would be really good for Destiny to go on because Destiny does these types of like 1v a ton of people debates before. It seems like a lot of people agree. Yeah, I don't know. I think people on the left sometimes are not as willing to engage with others as they should be. But I mean, that's an issue for both sides, really. But yeah, he's running down a really good line of argument right now, he's correct. You shouldn't treat viability as what separates moral objects from moral subjects. He's totally correct. Like this is a good way to Or sorry, he's explaining why it isn't a good way. What would you say to him? I would say the question I would ask is, what do you think separates moral objects from moral subjects? And then we'll run down the road. He's making a good argument for why what should separate moral objects from moral subjects shouldn't be viability. He's right there, but what he's wrong about is whether life separates a moral object from moral subject. But he doesn't even think life separates a moral object from a moral subject, because he's probably not a vegetarian or vegan, and he probably and like he would never consider like cutting down a tree immoral when that's alive or whatever. But the I'm talking girl is really annoying. Did you see this before? Yeah, I said in the intro, like, you know, you can do that sometimes. There are ways to do the like the I'm not talking thing, or sorry, like the I'm speaking now, but sometimes it just comes off as cringe if you like screech it repeatedly.
Outside of a womb, outside of your host.
Got it. So I just want to make sure I'm clear. Why does that then equate to moral viability?
It equates to scientific.
God. Oh my God. Why does he think a presumably what a unique human genome is what grants you moral viability?
Okay, quiet.
Oh.
Why? Under what standard?
Because it is not alive, and you
Well,
are
it's-
advocating for the rights of something that is not technically a life,
Got it. So what is it something
while
that has
sacrificing the needs of the human woman who is alive.
Got it. So, but a mom can survive
Yes.
without the baby in her,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes.
The baby cannot survive without the mom.
Yes.
But a mom cannot survive without her lungs. So it's not her body, it's in her body. It's not
Yeah,
her
I
DNA,
know.
so it's not her choice. So it's
It actually is directly her DNA.
it's
It is 100%. It's 50% of her DNA.
half her DNA. He's gonna win, I'm telling you. This
Thank God.
could take a
Okay.
while.
Okay, first of all,
Do
there's
we have our terms correct?
let the man speak. the base TikTok debater.
Actually, no.
Okay.
So first of
Okay,
all,
got
I
it.
would like to refine our terms. I
Got
have
it.
2 points to bring up after that, though. So you define murder as like intentionally like killing a human being.
Mhm.
I think that's a very poor way to define murder because if someone were to like break into my home and point a gun at the heads of me and everybody I love, and I intentionally kill them to prevent them from killing my family, I don't think I murdered them, right? So I would define murder as the unjustified termination of a human life.
You're making a good point. Let me further clarify that. So self-defense is
Right.
very warranted.
Exactly, right?
But I can see where you're going to go with how that has to go with abortion, but we can go down that journey in a second.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I kind of do want to give you my argument insofar as why I'm pro-choice, why I think it's justified. But first, I think that, your position is quite absurd, right? Because you're saying that it is murder to kill a human being, right, at any point in development, especially when it's in the mother's womb. My question to you would be, well, does this make women with IUDs murderers? Because it is the case that in some scenarios,
What's
an
your position
IUD
on
will
abortion? I think it should be legal up to about 20 weeks.
allow for conception to occur, meaning there's a unique human life there, but it will prevent its implantation, intentionally killing it.
Well, no, preventing implantation is not necessarily the same thing as terminating a fertilized egg. For example, if you take Plan B, again, it's not the same thing. Preventing the production of progesterone is not the same thing as terminating a being that has been fertilized. You do not know for a fact that the egg has been fertilized. You do not know that when you have an IUD.
Okay, yeah,
Do you?
so preventing fertilization or implantation to the uterine lining is killing a conceived zygote. So what happens? A sperm goes into the egg, right? The egg becomes fertilized, it's a conceived zygote. In some cases, it will prevent the implantation of the conceived zygote, killing the conceived zygote.
In some cases, correct.
So what do you say in some cases,
Well,
women
no,
with IUDs
not-
are murderers?
Of course not, they're not murderers. We do not know for a case. That's like saying that
So
everyone
what's the
fakes.
difference between an IUD killing a conceived zygote
Because-
and like a mother going to Planned Parenthood and killing the fetus in her womb?
Well, so you're asking two separate things. If they knew for certain, to be more clear, that I have a fertilized egg and I'm going to take a drug to
Well, the line of argument of the IUD is for certain that you could get pregnant, and for certain that the IUD could conceivably kill a fertilized zygote. All right.
prevent that fertilized egg from attaching to.
There are obviously different levels of intent here, but like we would never say it's okay. I'm trying to draw an analogy. We would never say it's okay to like do something that potentially could kill a real human being. Like
Your uterine
if
wall.
I am blindly throwing rocks off of a like freeway overpass, then like technically that could I don't know for certain that's going to kill a human being, but we'd never say it's okay just because I don't know for certain it's going to kill a human being. This is technically a debate
And yes, that
orgy.
is an act of killing or murder.
True.
Okay, so do you
But
think
you
all
do-
murderers should go to jail?
Do I think all murderers should go to jail? I mean, on third degree murder. However, no, I don't think women that got abortions or had IUDs
That's a
should go to
debate,
jail.
King.
Because I think that they have been deceived by mass culture and mass propaganda. Secondly, the people who should go to jail are the abortionists, who are the ones that have been putting the abortion pill, the ones that have been doing procedures, the ones that have been going into the third trimester and breaking babies' backs.
God,
and
no,
inserting
let
them
him speak. Please let him speak.
with syringes while the babies are crying. and
I'm
suffering,
sorry, I don't trust you guys more than the TikTok debater. I'm
and
sorry.
being born alive and then being dead on the operating table. That
No, he doesn't get to respond to that.
is,
Ah.
you should go to jail.
Oh,
That was actually the best point somebody made.
we'll have to talk
I know.
about
Okay, whenever I'm talking about this discussion, I always go to the question of what about in the case of the mother when her life is in danger? Because I'm a big believer. I don't know. I'm
Well,
still
that's just
iffy on if I think
self-defense
it's
he's
abor- or
gonna
if it's
say.
murder or not. But even so, I mean, I don't want to say murder is justified. Guys, wait, let me just get this one point, and then you can vote me out. Give me 1 second. Say the mother gets pregnant, and she knows that if she gives birth, she's going to die. She has some kind of health complication. Then what do you do in that
Cesarean
case?
section.
I don't know what that means.
It's a C-section. They
Oh,
do
cesarean
an
section.
insert.
Guys, wait, hold on. Give me one second.
They go right below the belly button and they deliver the baby, and therefore she doesn't have to give birth. It's technically birth, but it's much safer. So that's actually safer than an abortion procedure.
Should we allow euthanasia of babies that are unfit to survive as adults by themselves? Well, probably not. Unfit to survive. What does that mean? There could be a conceivable edge case where I'd maybe allow it, but generally no. The thing with adults is that like if you're an adult, you obviously understand that like if you have like a terminal condition, you may prefer to just be able to euthanize yourself rather than live out 6 months in whatever shitty pain that you're going to be in. But I don't know. Isn't that just eugenics? Well, it'd be eugenics if actually, I don't know. Maybe, would that be technically eugenics? If it's a genetic condition, then maybe it's eugenics.
Sorry, Lily. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
What's your name?
Deedon.
Nice to meet
you. I would say with abortion, I think it's very complicated, but I think the issue that I have primarily with your stance of being pro-life, that there's no nuance. There's women who are being forced to travel hundreds of miles to access abortion care, even in cases of rape in certain states that they're not giving any sort of allowance for that. And I think, you know, a lot of people who are pro-life, they say that they're pro-life, but I feel like they're really pro-birth because with firearms, the United States has some of the highest firearm deaths out of OECD nations, right? And we can acknowledge that that's for children who are actually living and breathing. So I feel like abortion, while yeah, it is, I can definitely see your point. I just think that it should be allowed in some circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I'm happy to get into the gun violence stuff later, but I want to really stay focused on abortion.
Right.
You can say you see my point. Can you see the world also where, since we know it's a human life, that it should be illegal since we don't allow murder in our society?
Well, that's
what I view on guns. I don't have super strong opinions. I would say like the two things that I would support for gun control would be like universal background checks, or I guess three things: universal background checks, like red flag laws, and waiting periods. All seem to be pretty or like relatively effective. Although I've seen disputes over that data. There was like some Reason TV thing that I watched one time that was like, oh, the data on gun control is not actually that good. That might be true. I don't know. I need to do more reading into it. But like waiting periods and red flag laws and universal background checks seem to protect people's Second Amendment right to a reasonable degree, while at the same time, obviously protecting people from gun violence. We would do it to ensure the highest chance to experience a high quality of life. What, euthanasia? What?
Abortion is not being done willy-nilly. It's like the life of the mother is always.
How many abortions do you think we have every day in America? Just guess.
I'm not sure.
6,000.
I'm honestly not sure. Maybe
I think it's about 6,000.
4,000 a day. So it is kind of willy-nilly. We have 1.6.
That's willy-nilly? That's like, we're a country of like 300 million people, right? I don't know if that's willy-nilly.
Hello.
I just want to clarify, the thing that you're aiming for is less abortion, right? That would be what you would want, or at least no abortion.
Eventually, it's also a protection of those that can't protect themselves. But yes, and that's why after the reversal of Roe versus Wade, we saw abortions go down dramatically in Texas, Alabama, Mississippi. We saw thousands of babies that are now alive and well that are able to have amazing lives thanks to the reversal of Roe versus Wade.
I don't think a lot of that is true.
Well, it is, but
it's not true because when you make abortion illegal, it doesn't actually decrease the amount of abortions
that's a nice
that happen.
talking point. In Texas, the numbers are
no.
different. The birth rate has gone up.
Yeah, legal goes down, but illegal abortions still happen. Abortions still happen outside of whatever data you're
That's
showing.
not true, but let's just say well, if you
40?
you want to, well, first of all, if you count the abortion pill, you're
I
right.
want to tell Kirk 100 feet away in Austin.
Chemical abortion, and
Really?
surgical abortion, are different things.
He
I'm not
does a lot of stuff like
I'm not-
this, so that
I'm not
makes
debating
sense.
you. I'm debating her. So if you want to do the flags and come back in, try and be faster next time. So let me ask you this. So the question is, we should try to limit unjust suffering of human beings, right?
Sure.
Okay, that's my position, is that there's unjust suffering of anywhere between 1.4 to 1.6 million abortions a year of human beings
Charlie
that are being
Kirk, welcome
massacred
back,
in the womb.
pull in. Yep.
Okay.
So that's not a woman's rights issue, that's not a men's rights issue, that's just a human rights issue.
Okay, the best way to decrease abortions happening is proper sex education.
Also, why did you use the word suffering? I feel like, do fetuses prior to like 20 weeks, do they really have a capacity to suffer? Does something with no brain have a capacity to suffer? Literally no brain, because zygotes literally don't have brains. Obviously, at some point they develop a brain, but like, do they have a capacity to suffer? That's interesting. That's a really interesting point, man. Maybe they should focus on that more. Maybe they should do that. Maybe we should run down that line of argument. One of my favorite American politicians, but it's not a politician.
Limiting abortion and making abortion illegal does not actually decrease the amount of abortions that
So
happen.
what is your evidence of that?
What is my evidence of that?
Because we have increased sex education in the last 30 years.
No, our sex education is so bad in America.
Well, by bad, what do you mean by that? We have more access to birth control for young kids. We have more kids that are
He's
living
even a
birth control at a
political
younger age.
commentator.
We have more of that in
He's
our
never
public
been
school
elected
system.
or
We've
anything.
seen all the trends actually going in a negative direction.
Why are they letting this girl talk for so long? They didn't let the dean talk for a long time.
In fact, we see that the more sex education there is, the more disturbing those trends are. So you say that, let me ask you just one more thing. You say that if we make abortion illegal, people will still do it. Should we then just make gang violence legal? Because
No, I'm
People
saying
still
if you
do it?
actually wanted to decrease the amount of abortions that happen, you wouldn't be advocating for like to make abortion illegal. You'd be advocating for
Does
all of
You'd
these
be
other
logic
things.
apply
sex
to
education
stealing, looting,
stuff.
kidnapping?
What's the red flag? If a majority of people raise a red flag, then she has to
Arson
stop
and murder.
talking, and
Well,
somebody else
actually,
can
it
go
does
up.
because those are results
Bro needs a vacation to
of
Turkey
different
ASAP.
societal issues that you should be
Got it.
educating
So we
yourself
should
on
make-
rather than
Oh,
making
for a hair transplant?
So we should
on
make,
front.
should we make kidnapping, arson, burglary, murder legal because they're symptoms of something else?
We should be helping society heal
Making
from those
basically
things.
legal based.
We want less of those things, so we just make them legal and we'll get less
So
looting.
welcome back, world famous Kirk.
You
Oh,
know,
Kirk.
actually, I'm a lesbian.
Lazarus.
Thank you very much.
How
Hi,
old
Parker,
is he?
nice
Probably like 30 or 40.
Meet you. Yes.
Nice to meet you, Charlie.
Big chick.
Sarah's night. Oh,
Oh,
fuck,
okay.
finally. The TikTok debater goes up again. Or a different TikTok debater. 30 years old. It's not even... Maybe he does need to go to Turkey. Dear God. All right. Please, my boy. He has, he's got like 10 minutes left. Please let him speak. Please let him speak.
Pedophiles, people who were married to children in the past and normalized in that society, should they go to prison?
Should pedophiles
Like,
go
if you could
to
go
prison?
back in time, would you put
Oh, that's actually a good line of argument. Okay,
those
okay.
pedophiles in prison that married those children because it was normalized?
It's not terrible.
They were
We'll
deceived
be
into
in
thinking
5
it's okay.
10,
Would you put them in
5 to 10
prison?
years ago.
You got to slow down.
Sorry.
Pedophiles should get the death penalty.
No, so you'd go back in the past, you give them the death penalty even though they were deceived into thinking it was okay? But you said people who get abortions or women shouldn't go
Hold
to
on a
prison.
second, but it's not currently illegal.
Okay, regardless.
pedophilia
At
is
that time, it wasn't.
No, I would not go back and retroactively enforce laws for things that were currently not
You
illegal.
wouldn't put pedophiles in prison in the past.
Hold on a second. When was it illegal? When was it legal in America?
Well, child marriage was legal in America throughout the early 1900s and especially throughout most of society for thousands of years, especially in the Old Testament and in the Bible, right?
Hold on a second. So where's the Levitical law that allows you to marry a child?
Oh, yeah.
Can you name the verse?
Well, I can't name the verse, but the particular conditions that are listed in the Bible. Are
Why are they running down the Bible thing? He could probably argue this pretty well, but like his point here is actually really good. If you think someone does something immoral, then like it doesn't really matter if they're deceived into believing it's good, right? Like pedophiles were deceived into thinking pedophilia was okay or whatever by the culture at the time. You would not really stop don't really stop you from saying that it's
you
immoral.
have to be physical maturity and emotional maturity, which is extremely vague in threat society.
Right,
Has
so
been
he would
seen
be
in
1,000
men.
times
There
better
is
if
not
he
a
is
verse,
slowed
but
down.
Let's kind of go
Okay,
back.
so when is
let's go
the
back
age
to
of consent
abortion.
under your view?
Let's go back. Well, generally agreed upon is 18 years old. But let me ask you.
But you, because you don't go based on what's generally agreed. You go based on the Bible.
I say 18 years old. But let me ask you a question.
Where's that in the Bible?
When does life begin?
That's what the LDS is
Right,
Christian.
good. So should we protect all
They
life
don't
at
believe in
conception?
I care about sentient life, not
Sentient.
cellular
So when do
life.
brainwaves start?
Do you think brain dead people should be able to pull the plug on, like a family should be able to pull the
Thank you. Yes. Nobody, please, they better not vote him out. Please. Okay. He's going to say, when do brainwaves start? And I think he's going to say like 6 weeks, which I think is true. Like there are brainwaves at 6 weeks. That doesn't mean you're fucking conscious at 6 weeks. Okay. Worms have brainwaves too, but
plug on an individual
Hold on,
and
you
family
gotta
that's
answer the
brain
question.
dead?
When do brainwaves start?
You can see brainwaves around 6 to 8 weeks, which in
I
brain
agree
dead
with that.
individual, there are brainwaves as well. So the
Got it.
brainwaves necessary to produce a
What-
subjective experience
so
are met until around
can you
18
see it
through
from
26
my
weeks in the
can you
womb.
see it from my perspective?
Thank you.
That at
Yes.
6 to 8 weeks, those brainwaves will actually increase, not decrease, if allowed the process of development to continue.
Did you know those same EEG
but he doesn't even he doesn't even care about that though. Is the thing, because he thinks abortion should be illegal before
scans
6
exist in
weeks.
brain dead people that you don't think are
no,
sentient?
but the difference with the brain dead people is that the likelihood of those brainwaves actually increasing is very low. At 6 to 8 weeks, when by 15 weeks they can hear
It's
the mom's
impossible.
voice.
It's irreversible sensation. That's what brain death is. I
Hold on,
apparently didn't know that.
but no,
It's not coma.
But you're doing a red herring. Go back to
No, it's
6.
not. What's a red herring?
A red herring is where you avoid the topic and you say something that is adjacent or symmetrical to what I'm saying, but not actually what I'm saying.
You mean a reductio ad absurdum? That's not a red herring.
A 6 to 8 week baby, if they're allowed to continue to develop, what ends up happening?
At a certain point, it will become a sentient being in the
Got
future.
it.
The
So
same way
that-
if I keep engaging in sex with my girlfriend, there'll be a baby in the future. Yet I don't care about the
unless
sperm.
you're infertile, which we don't know. But
True.
so
True.
let's see.
Oh wow, good argument,
See the
Charlie.
process of development, right? Why
Do you wanna answer my question yet?
Why do you have the ability or the right?
Should those child P3os go to prison?
The process of
Should the
development
pedophiles go to prison?
from 1904. How many pedophiles are
From
alive
mine.
from 1904?
They're not alive, right? I meant like if you can go back in the past,
Okay, I just-
hypothetically speaking, and you could put them in prison. Would you put them in
Well,
prison?
I would have killed them myself if I was alive. Back
Okay,
then.
so
But,
then you don't apply
but-
it based upon what people are deceived to believe.
but
You apply it
yes,
based
I
upon
do.
what you consider to be
That-
moral.
it's a
So the
separate
women who had
issue.
abortions,
Correct.
you think they should go to prison.
No,
So why should
no,
women
I-
who get abortions go to
I've never-
prison,
I've
but
never
someone
said
like my
that.
mom who
This
told
is
me that
not-
Santa Claus
this
exists
is
shouldn't go to
not
prison
going to
because
be a
they're both
constructive
sins?
debate if you keep on talking over me.
Well, I
right?
was finishing my statement. You were talking over me.
But
But go for
let,
it.
let me ask you a very simple
Oh
question.
my
Do
God!
you think it would
Please
be
do
a
not
good
vote
thing
him out.
to get
Please do
less
not vote
abortions?
him out.
It depends on the context. Like, are the abortions prior to sentience?
Yes,
Because I
all
think-
abortions.
No, it would not be necessarily
are you
better
against
unless it is
late-term
the case that the people didn't want the abortions and it would be negatively impactful to their health medically
Are
speaking.
you against
Because I think
late-term
women
abortion?
After sentience? Yes.
Okay, so you believe in an 8-week abortion ban?
Yeah. No, I don't. Sorry, I believe in an abortion ban after 18 through 26 weeks.
Okay, that's
Sorry,
a
my
more
bad.
reasonable position. I have to give you credit for that.
It's
Why,
a-
Okay, thank
Similar to
God.
Trump.
Yes, please.
15 weeks?
yeah, so why do you think that most people don't share your view on that?
Well, people just don't know
What a dumbass. Can you not just debate him on his view?
I don't really know what sentience is. There's not a lot of conversation about abortion, and these conversations are very difficult. Like they're conceptually hard to go through, and I understand why a lot of people don't understand
for sure.
their positions on it.
So
But I think people
you
have
are where most
you're cutting me off.
Americans
I thought we weren't cutting people off.
I was actually complimenting you.
Oh
Conversation about abortion,
no!
and these conversations are very
Why?
difficult. Like they're conceptually hard to go through, and I understand why a lot of people don't understand
for sure.
their positions on it.
So
But I think people
you
have
are where most
you're cutting me off.
Americans
I thought we weren't cutting people off.
I was actually complimenting you.
Fuck.